Hi guys, so today I'm going to be showing you my October and my Spookathon TBR. Spookathon is a readathon that's happening from the 16th to the 22nd, I believe. Yes, of October. I'm actually participating in 3 readathons in October, so if you want to see the books I'll be reading for the first week, you can check out my Bookbusters TBR, and then later this month I'll be posting a TBR for the Spooktober readathon, which the challenges haven't been announced yet, so I haven't planned that out yet, but yeah. So first I'm just going to start off with the books that I'm going to be reading in October when I'm not participating in readathons. The first one is Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor, and I'm going to be buddy reading this with my friend Christina from Christina's Journey. As per usual, I don't really know what it's about, but I know it is a fantasy novel, and yeah, it's been on my radar for a while, so finally I'm getting around to reading it. Next we have Idiosyncratic by Britton Nunes. I hope I'm saying the title of this book correctly. Again, I'm not really sure what this book is about. I've read the synopsis several times, but it's a little bit confusing to me, but I believe it's a sci-fi kind of novel. Also, look how small this book is. It's like the size of my head. Or maybe I just have a big head, I don't know. This was sent to me in exchange for an honest review, so you can expect a review on this in a few weeks. Next book I have is one that I've been reading for a while now, and that is Don't Look Now and Other Short Stories by Daphne du Maurier. This is a collection of 5 short, thriller stories. And I've been reading this for a month or two. I've just been reading a story here or there, so I think I have 3 stories left, which hopefully I'll be able to get through in October. And then the other book I don't have a copy of. I have a copy that's a part of an anthology, but I'm not gonna get that out because it's under a stack of a bunch of other books. But that is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde by Robert Louis Stevenson. I've been wanting to read this book for a while now, so I figured October would be the perfect time. Now onto my Spookathon TBR. There are 5 challenges for Spookathon, and I was lucky enough to be able to complete all the challenges with only 2 books. So the first challenge is to read a thriller, and for that I'm going to be reading Nightfall by Jake Halpern and Peter Kawinski, I think is how you say it. So I believe in this book a bunch of people live on this island, and after 14 years of day comes 14 years of night. So basically after 14 years everybody has to leave the island because it's just going to be dark all the time, and I think these creatures or monsters or something come out, but these 3 teenagers end up getting left behind. So I'm pretty sure this would classify as a thriller. The next challenge is to read a book with a spooky word in the title, and they said that can kind of be up to your own interpretation of what a spooky word is. So for that I'm going to be reading A Madness So Discreet by Mindy McGinnis, and personally I find madness to be a pretty spooky word. I mean, maybe that's pushing it a little bit, but I think it is. I'm not 100% sure what this book is about, but I believe it's a historical fiction that takes place mostly in an insane asylum, so I'm pretty excited for this. The next challenge I absolutely love, and that is to read a book based off of a childhood fear. So again, I'm going to be reading A Madness So Discreet because as a child I was very afraid of being put in an insane asylum. Don't know what that says about me because I wasn't insane as a child, at least I hope not, but it still was a fear of mine. So yeah, don't read into that too much. The next challenge is to read a book with orange on the cover, and this also might be pushing it a little bit, but I'm going to be reading A Madness So Discreet because her hair is an orangey color, so I thought it counted. And the final challenge is to read a book that has a spooky setting, so again I'm going to be reading Nightfall. I guess either of these could be spooky settings, but I mean this takes place on an island that's going to be dark for 14 years with creepy creatures, so I thought this is a pretty spooky setting. So these are some of the books that I plan to read in October. As I said, if you want to see the rest of the books, you can watch my Bookbusters TBR, and my next TBR video should be coming up in a couple weeks or so. Leave me a comment down below and let me know if you've read any of these books and what you thought of them. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye! And I've been reading this for a month or 2. So yeah, that is what I'm going to be reading for that. Takes place in an... oh my gosh.